A shirt, like 3-button with a collar and khakis.
Maybe pants, um, a nice shirt, sweater.
Jeans and a jogging shirt. Shorts and a t-shirt.
Pullover, some kind of a shell or button-down blouse and skirt.
I mean,
It's about anything, really. Yeah.
Oh, within reason.
Yeah, like within reason. Yeah.
Probably like pink jeans and a pug shirt. Skirt and shirt.
This is ridiculous and not at all attractive.
Do you think it's acceptable?
It's definitely not acceptable. You know, it's interesting. A girl in male clothing looks better, but a boy in female clothing looks ridiculous.
Well, when I'm looking at my reaction to some of the photos, some of them are appropriate. I know fashion creates a statement.
How did you feel? There were some photos of males wearing like dresses.
I mean,
or-
yes, some of them are, fine. Like, some of them may be a little bit like, kind of things you wouldn't see every day.
Yeah, it's unusual.
It's
but
unusual, but like, I wouldn't say there's.
I'd look at it and be like, oh, and then
Yeah.
keep walking. Like,
Do you think that they're considered socially acceptable?
acceptable. Maybe, but accepted, I'd say not really, because there's a lot of people who would view that
yeah.
in a rather negative light.
Just it looks to me like there's maybe some genetic issues going on. I think maybe he's got maybe some other kind of issues going on here, maybe trans, both ways kind of thing. So when I'm looking at this, maybe there's been something in his background that was maybe wrong, and so he identifies himself that way. Well, I would see it more as maybe there's something wrong. You know, if it was in fact that he did have gender issues, then I could see that there was something in his background that maybe he was taught wrong, and so maybe a reteaching, but not necessarily that he's a bad person. If there's something wrong, he's a bad person. It just may have been that he was taught something wrong. It would be never okay for a girl to put on men's clothes and a boy to put on girls' clothes. No, because that shows confusion. So, yeah.
There are limits to expressing yourself. Young people think they can just express themselves any way they want to, and the heck with everybody else. But if you want to live in a world with other people, and you want to have friends and influence people, get a good job, and keep family peace, etc., etc., there are a lot of ramifications, and I think you have to take all that into consideration.
Like I would have kids come up to me and kind of ask me like, are you a girl or a boy and stuff. And then I think I was probably like ninth grade, or maybe 8th grade. I realized that I would get more affirmation from people if I wore what girls were supposed to wear. So I started wearing like shorter shorts, started like straightening my hair, like even like wore makeup. But yeah, and I got a lot of affirmation. Like everybody's like, oh, Nikki, you look so beautiful. Like you look so great. And so I was like, okay, this kind of feels nice. Like coming from people having kind of always questioned how I looked. But that only lasted for like 5 months because I was like, I can't do this because this just doesn't feel comfortable for me to be wearing this. So then I just kind of went back. How did I feel? I felt, you feel like kind of alienated. You feel like you're not being as good at being a human being as other people, right? Like everybody else is doing the right thing, right? Everything's in alignment. Like they were born somebody told them that they're a boy, they are dressing like a boy, they're doing boy things, like they're doing everything correctly, everything's adding up, right? So like they're like, good job, they're being a good human being. And then like there's like me who's like born and somebody said like you're a girl, then I'm doing all these things that we've like as a society gendered male, and I'm doing all these things, and so I just didn't have the same amount of like good job, like you're doing a great job at being like a human being. And like I get looks still, you know, especially if I'm out of Southern California, I get looks all the time. I walk in at like the liquor store and people are just like, what is that, like a dude, like what? Like I see people trying to like add up all my cues. They're like, okay, short hair, but they're like, oh, like feminine bone structure. Then they're like, oh, but pants. Oh, but like hairy legs. Oh, but like then I just see them doing all these like adding up like my clothes, adding up my body, adding up everything, and like just not knowing what to do with me. And that's just like never like a good feeling. But I think I've just gotten used to it, and I think now I just don't even think twice about it. I'm just like, oh, that person's just not at the same place about their thinkings and gender as I am, and I'm just doing my thing.
Do you think it's bad?
No,
What do you think that might say about the person? If
they're unique.
Do you think that girls should be allowed to wear boys' clothes and boys should be allowed to wear girls' clothes?
Yeah, because it's not against the law, and I don't think it should be. Because boys might like to wear dresses and girls might like to wear tuxedos. That's completely fine.
It's not bad because, well, nothing's really wrong with it. All they're doing is dressing, so nothing's wrong.
What do you guys think of their clothes?
A guy could wear flowers on the shirt. I wouldn't. But I think other people will. Because they think that purple and pink are girl colors. Well, nothing is girl colors. Every single color is everybody's color. I like purple. I like pink and purple.